Hey guys, welcome back. 2024 has been such a wild year, it's insane. Here's the top 5 most performing things we've ever had on this channel of 2024. And I've got some cool things showing up I'll show you here in a minute. So I hope you enjoy this. So for Christmas, my mom sent me these cool, I forget the name of them, but they look pretty sweet, so that's coming up. We'll have to try these out. Thanks, Mom. Yeah, these are pretty sweet looking. That's all I got for Christmas. If someone knows the name of them, you can tell me in the comments down below. But they're like a fist weapon. They look freaking sweet. And then the other thing I got, I'll show you here in a second. Again, these are really sweet. But the other thing I got, I'll show you here in a second, is also pretty cool. Alright, so this is the other thing I got. It's like a whip with chains and spiky bits. I'm sure you've seen these in some movies of like Japanese street fighters. So this looks pretty sweet. I can't wait to try this out too, because this thing would be an interesting weapon to maybe grapple another weapon or frickin' break someone's face if you had to use it. Again, this is coming up too, so that'd be pretty sweet to show off. So yeah. Sword. I'm sure you've seen all the freaking craziness where they buy a sword off Wish. Is it as good as a regular sword? The answer is probably going to be no. But right off the gate, that handle, that's pretty sturdy. That's pretty good. I mean, it's got weight to it. It feels like it's decent. I do like the satchel or the sheath. It's pretty sturdy as well. I mean, honestly, it's pretty good quality there. Take it out. Ooh. Dang. So, it's definitely a smaller one. But that's okay. I mean, it's got no dead spots I can hear. It's all one sound, which is a good thing. 1060 carbon. It's sharp. Wait a minute. We got problems here. Oh, okay, I see. So this is a threaded tang. I was about to worry here, but let's see here if this tang is real tang and not just I have a threaded tang. I was a little worried there when it was loose, but it's threaded, so $8 team sword here. Let's see if it's really as good as other swords. It's physically possible on the sword. What do you think? Looks pretty straight. Maybe. One way to tell is you lay it flat. They shouldn't spin. So if we lay it flat here, and this end is rolling, it shouldn't spin. So let's see. It looks pretty flat to me, for the most part. And again, I did just beat the crap out of it. You can see that it did take some damage though. Like right up in here. You can see the deformations just slightly, maybe a little. But it's not bad. So, for the most part, it did hold up. One more. And then the other side. Now, that's about as mean as I could get. I think it's still pretty straight. What do you think? That was about maybe not straight. I can't tell. Here, let me look more on the camera. Maybe I would say that's a pass. Sure, that's not very great, but I've only seen 3 times, like ever. I've seen it once on Family Guy or American Dad, one of those, and Star Trek. This thing's so cool. Look at this thing. So it's got like a bunch of pokey, stabby things. It's super cool because you can slash with it. It looks cool. I have no idea how to use it, but like it's got points, so you can probably thrust with it. And it's got a point on the front for pushing maybe. And again, you can probably slash with it. It's super cool. And again, I've only seen this like literally twice in my entire life. And so for me to get this now is really cool. This is a really cool sword. I don't remember the name of this. I've heard some people say it's a wolf sword. Wolf sword. So yeah, it looks cool. I'm gonna try doing maybe some strength tests on it. And believe it or not, yeah, this is a sword. This is a sword. Even though it looks like something out of like blade or something. This is a sword, so it's pretty sweet. And so I'm gonna do some strength tests on these. They do feel pretty sharp right out of the box. I haven't done any like sharpening on it at all, but they do feel pretty sharp. So I think a strength test would be great to show this off, and then afterwards maybe some durable, or what do you call it, retention test. Is that what they call it? I don't know. I ain't no expert. Just to see after the strength test if it held up. And again, this end is so cool. I like the black to it and the silver. It's pretty sweet. And they went with the most basic handle here, which is fine because paracord wrap or even fabric wrap is so easy to do, and it's still so comfortable. And again, it's definitely two-handed. I'm no expert by any means, but again, this thing is so cool. You can see here with this camera I have, it's not the greatest, but so you can see it definitely went in the mud. You can see it went kind of a little bit crazy. Tip, you can tell it did take a little bit of roll here on our axe thing. You can see here that yeah, it gnarled up that axe edge bad. Chips here all over the place. Yep. So again, not too bad. So we got this here. This is full of candy. I filled it with water. I think it'd be cool to try some slashes with it, maybe some pokes. I'm curious to see this, if it's actually like good for shoving and poking, or if it's kind of just like a back, I say. So let's give it a whirl here. See if it's still got some kind of thing. One more time here. Oh yeah. As you can see here, it does cut pretty good. I mean, I could maybe have sharpened it a little better, but it seems to lacerate. I mean, I think it's more preferably a thruster. If you remember right, this Cyclone knife, which is about this big, which I don't have it on me, it lost somewhere, was pretty cool. But this is a spear, so it's bigger, it's longer, so you can get more range out of it. You don't have to be up close and personal. It's hard to stitch. Now watch, it's in deep. I rip it out. Look what came out. I just ripped a hole. If this was your body, I just ripped a hole out of you that big around. You whack them with this, it will hurt. It might even break bones. But let me show you. Two, watch. See? Something gets in, say, close here, you block, punch. Because again, you can do that with these types of tools. They aren't just stabbing tools. You whack someone in the face with this, it's gonna hurt. Well, still looks pretty straight. You can tell here. It's pretty straight. It's pretty good. But it punctured. There's a hole there. So this is actually better than the spear. And the spear, if you remember, couldn't puncture steel. This punctured. See the hole there? See in there. So this is actually, this right here is actually better for body armor because it will pierce body armor. Now right off the bat, it's got a really nice, I like the way that looks. It's sweet. That like traditional fabric kind of thing. And the handle looks good. I mean, it feels a little cheap, but we'll get into that in a minute because I got this a couple of days ago. And again, looks pretty good. Now, this looked cool. I say looked, and again, we'll get into that in a second. This looked cool. That black, that really looks awesome with that design. Now, let me get into things I don't like, because there's just a couple. Oh my god, come on. Right here. See? See that thread tying there? It's so much easier to unthread this if this broke and pull this off with this than having to hit the pins out, measure material, line it up with the pins, glue it in, you know what I mean, and then shape it. Versus like this, you can just take like a circular block of wood, some glue, and a new guard if it needed it, smack that up in there, and screw a new pummel on. The best and hardest that I can find. It's a piece of porcelain. This stuff's basically like ceramic, I think. Maybe it's marble. Whatever it is, it's tough. So if it snaps this thing like a freaking twig, then I mean, because the proof's in the pudding. But hopefully it shouldn't ruin the edge too badly. So I got safety glasses because, you know, stuff likes to fly around when you do strength tests. Do like 2 on each side and then a couple thrusts. Oh, you get a good test on this edge. The edge I tried to put on, apparently. So here we go. 2 on this side. Whoa, holy crap. That's where the sword hit, right in there. And it just either broke it or cut cleanly through it, but that's a clean cut. That's not like crack. Uh-oh. One more. Still very pointy. Marble, and the tip is still sharp. I don't know who made this type of steel, but dear God. I mean, you can see it. There's where the tip hit the first time and second time. And it didn't even care. The tip didn't even care. Well, I mean, that's a pretty clean cut. There we go. Material, because look at that. That's a pretty clean cut. No ripping at all. Oh yeah, that's on there. Oh yeah. Oh. Yeah. Alright, it was just a material. I went clear through that time. Channel. As you can see, it's a 2-hander. There is no way in a million years I can swing this one in. It's 1, 10 pounds, and 2, longer than me, and I ain't that short. It's almost longer than me. So yeah, this thing's a big boy. So, and if we compare it to a regular knight sword right here, you can see the difference is pretty substantial. That's where I hit it. No edge deformation. That's a clean cut through ice. That is a straight clean cut through ice. Oh yeah. And one on the other side, just to be safe. Yeah. That's pretty sharp. Completely straight. From tip to guard. It's pretty straight. Oh, it's stuck in our thing. Come on, baby. Tip deformation at all. It's still very sharp. Oh dear. It's stuck. It's stuck. See? Oh, all 3 that time. Nice. There you go. Oh, that was a branch. Took the bark off, and I didn't take any edge damage. There you go. So sharp. I'm gonna have to smack into wood, so this claymore is pretty awesome. I mean,